You know, you can tell a whole lot about a company just by looking at how it trains its people on AI. Is it some kind of secret knowledge locked away with the tech team? Or is it something that everyone in the organization needs to get their heads around? We're going to dive right into that, looking at AI training through the lens of the stakeholder business model, the idea that a company has a responsibility not just to its shareholders, but to its employees, its customers, and its community. All right, before we jump in, just the usual heads up. This is part 6 of our 10-part series, and it's a brief look at a really deep research report from Virtualization Options LLC on the stakeholder business model and AI governance. So naturally, what we're covering here is just a tiny slice of the full report, and of course, this is for informational purposes only. It's not legal advice and doesn't come with any kind of warranty. Okay, so let's set the stage. You've got two totally different ways of thinking about AI knowledge. The old way? Well, that's where AI is kind of treated like this black box that only the super specialized tech teams are allowed to touch. It's all siloed away. But the stakeholder way? Whoa, it completely flips that on its head. It says, hey, if we're going to use AI responsibly, then everybody needs to have a solid grasp of it. We're talking about a massive shift from knowledge being stuck in one place to being spread all across the company. So, how do we actually do that? Well, there's a roadmap. We'll kick things off with the core philosophy behind it all. Then we'll get into the nitty-gritty, building universal AI literacy, adding in some specialized expertise, learning by doing, and making sure that knowledge actually lasts. And all of this is driving towards one big thing, creating what's called distributed intelligence. First up, the stakeholder AI philosophy. Look, this all starts with a huge mental shift. In a stakeholder-focused company, AI is not just another app that the IT department rolls out. No way! It's seen as a fundamental capability for the entire organization. And what that means is, if you want to use it responsibly, you absolutely need people from every single corner of the business to understand what's going on. So, the big question is, how do you actually build this company-wide capability? Well, it all comes down to 5 pillars. Think of these as the building blocks. We've got universal literacy, governance specialization, learning through real-world scenarios, keeping everything up to date, and making sure it's integrated across all teams. Let's dig into each one, starting with the most important. Okay, pillar number 1, building universal AI literacy. And let me be clear, this is the foundation. Everything else we're going to talk about rests right on top of this. It's absolutely critical. But what does universal AI literacy even mean? Well, it's not about trying to turn your entire marketing team into data scientists, that's for sure. The real goal here is to pull back the curtain and just demystify the tech for everyone. From the CEO right down to the person on the front lines. Everyone should get the basics. What can AI do? What can it do? What are the risks? And what are the big ethical questions we need to be asking? When you do that, you empower every single person to be a part of the conversation. All right, next up, adding specialized expertise. So, okay, everyone gets the baseline. That's great. But for some teams, that's just not enough. They need to go way, way deeper. And we're talking specifically about the folks in governance roles. And I really want you to see the level of detail we're talking about here. This isn't some quick 1-hour webinar. This is serious, deep dive training. These teams have to become true experts. They need to know the regulatory landscape inside and out. They need to master advanced ways to actually assess AI risk. And, this is key, they need to get really good at explaining all this complicated stuff to different people. You could almost think of them as the guardians of responsible AI in the company. Number 3, learning through practice. Because let's be real, you can read all the books you want, but theory only gets you so far. If you really want to get people ready for the messy, real-world ethical choices that come with AI, you've got to get practical. You've got to get hands-on. And one of the best ways to do this is through what's called scenario-based learning. It's brilliant, really. You give people realistic case studies and simulations so they can wrestle with these tough questions in a safe space before they have to do it for real. You know, asking things like, wait, how is this algorithm actually going to impact our customers? Or what could the ripple effects be in the community? It's like building up ethical muscle memory. Next section, keeping the knowledge alive. Because here's the thing about AI. It's not a one-and-done topic. The whole field is moving at lightning speed. So that brings us to our last 2 pillars, which are all about making sure this knowledge doesn't just fade away. It's got to stay fresh, and it's got to be woven right into the DNA of the company. So how do you do that? 2 main ways. First is pretty obvious, continuous updates. You have to have regular refreshers to keep people up to speed on the latest laws, the newest tech, all the emerging best practices. But the second one is just as crucial, cross-functional integration. This is what makes sure that caring about stakeholders isn't just a box you tick on a form. It becomes part of the day-to-day process, embedded in how everyone works together on AI, from start to finish.
And really, when you step back and look at all this, the widespread training, the deep dive spills, the hands-on practice, it all circles back to one powerful core idea. This quote from the report really nails it. This comprehensive approach to AI training reflects the stakeholder model's fundamental belief that technology should serve human interests broadly defined. It's about making sure the tech works for people, not just for the bottom line. So that brings us to the end game here. The goal? Distributed intelligence. Because this whole framework isn't just about checking compliance boxes or avoiding risks. The true goal is so much bigger. It's about building an organization that is, at its core, smarter and, well, wiser. And the name for that goal is distributed intelligence. I love that term. The whole idea is to get away from this old model where a handful of experts hold all the keys to the kingdom. Instead, you empower the entire organization. Every single person becomes a champion for using AI in a way that's both effective and ethical. And when you do that, the payoffs are massive. Seriously, think about it. When you have more eyes on the problem, your whole company becomes more resilient. You're empowering people at every level to spot not just the risks, but also the incredible new opportunities. You're making sure that your AI projects actually line up with what your company says it believes in. And maybe the biggest win of all, you build a culture where thinking ethically about AI is just normal. It's part of the job. So that really leaves us with one big question to chew on, doesn't it? When you think about AI in your own organization, what's the real end game? Are you just trying to build a smarter tech team? Or are you aiming for something bigger, trying to build a wiser company? The way you answer that, well, it says everything.